is Topiary. I work for the city of Greenwood. My title is horticulturist. And what I'm doing today is I'm going to show you how to make a topiary from start to finish. This is a year-round thing. It's not just like, you know, we take them back and then completely take them apart. We little bits and pieces at a time. Not all of them are getting taken apart. So this one is one that we retired. Unfortunately, we don't have any just bare bones. So what we do is, if you want to look at the Sphagnum Moss right here, this is what we use to stuff the topiaries with, and then we get it nice and wet, so it's a lot easier to maneuver. And usually it's in a big old bucket, but it's kind of all we have right now. And then we grab it and stuff it into the topiary with this thing called a dibble. There's also irrigation line all throughout it. It's already in there. If you see all this, we use this to cut it with, little different fittings and stuff. Ends up getting like spliced together, if you kind of see like that. And then in order for it, we don't hand water these. We also use a clock to water them as well. So after all that is good and ready, we make sure it's all nice and wet. And then we use different plants. This one's called Hypoestes. It grows pretty fast. The plants have to be hardy, so these are pretty hardy. It's kind of crazy getting all the roots out of this one. So a lot of plants we grow, we actually ordered these. This is what the flat looks like. So obviously we've used a ton of plants. Probably to get it from start to finish, I'd say a couple hundred to 1,000 plants. So how we get it out of there is we just pop them out like that. I already have a couple of them prepped, and so we have to take them out. We wash off the roots so they grow a little bit better. I have a couple that is already done. If you see that, it doesn't have that much dirt in it. So how you plug it, I started a couple of them. See how they're spaced out, so these do grow in. Depends on the plant, depends on the distance of how you want to plug it, but general rule is about 2 to 3 inches. So I tried to triangulate mine. So I just make the hole and then push in the roots. You got to make sure all the roots are in there, and then you got to make sure it's firm in there. So to help them also bush out, we trim them back a little bit, and we use sheep shears. We also try to keep everything clean to keep bacteria away and other pathogens. So we spray them down with, this is just a 60-40 mixture of alcohol. Let that sit for a second and wipe it off. We cut about halfway. So that kind of tells the plant to bush out instead of growing all tall and lanky. And I'll come over here and I'll show you kind of how it ends up bushing out. Actually, let's go over here to this one. So this is the same plant, it's pink. Once again, this is Hypoestes, this is the golf ball. So it's still, I mean, we still got another month to grow, and these things grow crazy, especially whenever the spring sun starts. So that'll bush out. And then let's come over here and I'll show you more of the other maintenance side. So this is very full right now, but they continue to grow. So in the summer season, we'll probably trim these about once a week. Some of them more than that, depends on the plant. So once again, since we're gonna put these topiaries out in about a month, we're not gonna cut them back hard. So we're gonna go about 3/4 of the way to halfway. We gotta make sure that we kind of make sure, like, shape it a little bit and make sure that the other parts, so this is the spots of the butterfly. We're not gonna show the whole entire butterfly because we still wanna show, you know, a bit of surprise whenever we put them out in about another month. So this is red alternanthera, red thread alternanthera. We just started using this again this year, so we like to change it up. This guy's completely gotten a new dude this year. And then we also have lemon ball in here. That's a type of succulent. And then right here, that is lichen, which we spray painted. Great. Well, thank you for joining us today. I hope you learned a little bit about topiary making.